Anon's a villain again. Written by Yellowtail. Chapter 1. This is no ordinary electric Boogaloo. Part 2. About a few hours later, the crystal doors to the castle slam open as I waltz in. I wear a long black tailcoat, which covers a little over half of my legs, with an opening in the middle to allow me to walk. Under the coat is a yellow shirt with khakis. The collar of my suit has a lot of fluff, almost covering half of my face. Lightning bolts are etched onto my sleeves. Of course I needed a hat. Nothing says evil more than wearing a gray flat cap with an expensive suit. I got this outfit like months ago, but I can never find the opportune time to wear it. The room I stormed into is made of crystal. A large crystal chandelier in the center above, a large set of stairs at the other end, just past the two large doors leading to the other parts of the castle. Murals sit to either side of the door I came through, casting a tinted light that formed artistic nonsensical picture on the floor. Alright, Sombra, you big fucking nerd. I stopped yelling to slam my fists together, causing lightning to jump out and around me. Nobody calls dibs in this business but me!
Oh? What have we here?
Sombra's voice echoes.
You know, the early bird gets the worm.
But the second mouse gets the cheese, I counter.
That wit of yours is sharp, but allow me to...
I interrupt him by groaning. Look man, I've got a schedule to go by, so can we hurry this up? I ask.
Oh?
His voice whispers to my left. I snap and zap in that direction, but I hit nothing.
Why hurry?
He asks behind me. I whip around, pulling out my gun and firing a couple of shots, only hitting the walls of the huge room. Because fuck you in general, I answer. A chuckle rings out.
Oh? Why don't we work together?
Sombra asks. Because the fact that you suggest it means you know I'll win, I counter. And to be honest, you sound like the backstabbing political type. I don't have any patience for that.
Oh, believe me, I wouldn't make you wait.
Sombra hisses. Suddenly I hear cracking noises. I look up and quickly jump out of the way as black shards crash down on where I was. No fisticuffs? Too weak to take me on your own? I yell.
Oh, I could take you.
Sombra growls.
I just wanted to have fun.
The windows crash and I feel something slam into me, almost in slow motion, and look back to see a terrified-looking rainbow dash as we start flying off. Through the window, I caught glimpses of various colors, like pink, white, purple, and that was all it took to let me know what's going on. Rainbow and I tumbled across the floor, my hat falling off.
Son of a bitch.
I groaned in pain.
What?
Sombra yells. Ow! Rainbow groans. Her friends finally come in and they gasp when they see me. Wait, Anon? So it was you all along? Twilight yells. No, dipshit, I say, getting up. I bet you're just up to no good again, Applejack says, huffing. I mean, you're not wrong, I answer truthfully. But no, this isn't my scheme.
It's mine,
Sombra says, grabbing everyone's attention. We all look up to see Sombra, with a robe and crown, glaring at all of us.
Of course you pesky ponies would be here to stop me.
I quickly saw an opportunity and took it. It seems that Sombra's smart about me, but then again, if I remember correctly, Twilight and her pals literally killed him last time. Or was it Spike? Either way, perfect opportunity since then I can outnumber him. Yeah, I was actually trying to stop him, I say. I mean, I am. I'm trying to stop him, so that I can take his place immediately right after. He's telling the truth, y'all, Applejack says, helping Rainbow dash up. I get up nodding. I always do, I says. Applejack raises an eyebrow, frowning. Except last time, sure, but generally I am. How are we sure you won't try to take over the Empire immediately right after? Piggy asks with a suspicious hum.
Enough of this!
Sombra yells, stomping and setting off a shockwave of black shards. I bring up a magic shield and held back against his attack. Twilight and her friends all jumped to avoid it and got into an aggressive stance. Stop destroying shit, you'll decrease the estate's value, I yell.
Anon, who cares how much this castle is worth right now?
Mordred yells.
Naturally, Anon does.
A voice yells from outside. I glance over and do a double take as I realize Bones, Wretch, and Frank are outside, in front of what looks like an army of loyal dogs. Bones! What did I say? I yell as I shoot off a bolt of electricity at Dramatic Edgelord.
We can't just wait for you, my lord. We had to help.
Bones cries. Sombra growls.
Fools. I can't be bothered with such vile mutts.
I snap my attention to him and fire a stronger bolt of lightning at him. The bolt lands and he screams out in pain before falling to the floor, spazzing out a bit. Don't you ever call them mutts again, I yell. No one can call them that but me. Sombra picks himself up, shaking with rage.
This ludicrous battle is getting out of hoof,
He mutters. He raises a crystal just in time to block a purple blast.
Try as you might, but your conventional weaponry won't work.
He barks. Twilight glares.
Alright, girls. It's time to end this.
Twilight yells. Our friends nod and form up. Sombra's eyes widen. He's never faced their rainbow-themed Deus Machina before, but he doesn't plan to. Suddenly his horn feels like pain, and he falls back down to his side, clutching his horn. Stay down. Final warning, I say, lowering my gun. Twilight's eyes glow, and she lifts into the air with her friends.
No! Wait!
Sombra tries to scramble up, but I strike him again with lightning, causing my loyal soldiers to cheer in the background. He falls back down, trying in vain to make his horn work through the pain. Finally, the main six unleash God's bitch slap of a friendship upon the Dark Lord in the form of a rainbow beam. He screams in both pain and rage as his body glows. Just like that, he vanishes. I blink in surprise. Did you just kill him? I ask.
He was evil.
Twilight yells. Her and her friends then turn their gazes towards me.
And now we're going to... Wait.
A new voice yells. Everyone pauses as a crystal pony scrambles in before falling down.
Ow.
He picks himself up, brushing the dirt off his suit. Oh, what the fuck now? I ask.
My name is Page Flipper. Please, call me Flip.
He introduces himself modestly.
Can it wait? I'm about to fight the second villain here.
Rainbow Dash says.
Villain?
The pony explains.
No. He just helped you guys save the Crystal Empire.
Yeah. I slowly say, seeing an opportunity.
You can't be serious,
Birdie says.
He's a villain. He took over Equestria. Then why is he here?
The pony asks.
Because we managed to banish him after Celestia came back into power,
Pinky exclaims.
And it was super easy too, once he stepped down and let her go. Willingly?
Flip asks. Silence reigned as everyone realizes where this is going. I give a wicked smile.
But, no, I refuse,
Twilight says.
He is a villain. We all know that he's a villain. It's kind of hard to imagine him as a villain,
Flip says.
He destroyed orphanages,
Twilight argues.
Puppy orphanages.
They weren't paying their taxes, Wretch yells from outside. See? Cause and effect, I say. Flip nods.
Yeah, that's understandable,
he says.
If anything, he's just misunderstood. Misunderstood? He literally took over an entire country, burned down buildings, hurting millions of ponies for 6 bits!
Twilight yells. John Wick killed a shit ton of people for one dog, but he's an awesome hero, I yell.
He's fictional,
Twilight argues. Fine, your people fought over who should own land despite the fact that Pegasi can live on fucking clouds, and unicorns don't really need it other than for novelty, I say. Literally only one faction could actually make good use of that land. Flip nods.
I mean, he has a pretty good point,
he says.
It was much more complicated than that,
Twilight yells. She stops, takes a deep breath in, and sighs.
You know what? This isn't worth it. Come on, we're leaving, girls.
No one argued. They all silently left, knowing full well what I'm probably about to do. Finally, I say, rubbing my hands together like a stereotypical evil person.
Oh, great hero. What should we call you?
Flip asks as many crystal ponies came out of hiding. I chuckle. Call me Anon. It's been about a week. My soldiers guard the Crystal Empire's walls and entrances. I sit on a massager chair instead of a throne. A crystal pony stands before me, angry. You can't just tax us for front doors, he yells. I sigh. The home's front door taxes won't ignore, I say. Why do you base taxes on what you can rhyme? Because you can't rhyme orange, I say. What? What does that even mean? He asks incredulously. Easy. It means you go to the dungeons, I say. I snap my fingers and Diamond Dogs take him to said dungeons. No! Princess Cadence will get you for this! He yells. I chuckle. No, she won't, I say menacingly, knowing that Cadence and Shining Armor are actually off on a vacation I've paid for. As I finish my chuckle, Bones walks in. Sir, Princess Celestia requests to be in your presence, Bones says. Sure, I say, leaning back and reclining. The Alabaster Alicorn walks in, giving me a stern glare. Hello, Princess Celestia, I say, turning on the chair. It vibrates pleasantly, helping me relax even more.
Where are they?
Celestia asks with a hint of anger. Temper. I'm on a budget, you know, I say. Your niece is on vacation.
In the dungeons?
Celestia asks. No, Manhattan. I hear the musicals there are wonderful for children. I say. I pull out a paper and hand it to her for proof. Celestia takes it and reads it.
You've got to be kidding me,
Celestia says.
You're in charge until she gets back?
Give a smile and nod. Of course. The country can't rule itself, you know, I say.
But why you?
Celestia asks. According to the Crystal Ponies, I just help save them from Sombra. They think I'm just misunderstood. Or rather, they thought I was. I say, chuckling. Don't worry. Once Cadence gets back, contract's up, I leave the throne. I give the sinister smile to my frenemy. I'll be out of their hair after this. Who knows what I'm going to do next? I cross my legs, stretching. In any case, what do you want?
I want you to stop,
Celestia says. No, not on the budget. Try again, I say.
You can't run forever,
Celestia notes. Am I running? I ask. I lean a bit to look at Bones. Bones, am I running? No, my lord. You are sitting in the lap of luxury, he calls back. I nod and get back into a comfy position. Celestia glares at me right at my eyes before stopping. An uncomfortable silence fills the room, and I start to glare. I'm not in the mood for a staring contest, you know, I say. Time is money, and you're wasting mine.
You are a sad little human,
Celestia says. With that, she turns and walks away. I blink in surprise. That's the best you've got? That was sad within itself, I say as Celestia walks. The guards step in front of her. Now pay up.
For what?
Celestia asks, not looking at me. Tell a bad joke, I'll make you broke, I say. Celestia turns to look at me incredulously.
You really do tax anything that rhymes,
she says.
But I am not a citizen.
If you're in my country, you owe me money, I say.
I am a ruler from a different country,
Celestia deadpans. Question the king, cash you must bring, I reply.
For the love of... Fine.
Celestia's horn glows and a large bag of bits fall onto me, making me groan in pain.
Goodbye, Anon. I do hope that we come to a middle ground one day.
With that, she leaves. She briefly wonders how I'm going to actually keep any of the money I make, but she's sure I've found a way by now. She looks back to see me struggling to get the bag off of me. I managed to glance at her, and for a split second I felt extremely angry. However, anger clouds judgment, and the last thing I need to do is get in a pissy fit that will make me lose all of my money. I've got more than enough, but I know the dogs will want some souvenirs. Frank especially. Speaking of which... Frank! I call.
Yes, boss.
He yells next to me. I sigh and turn to him. Tell Rex to start the Gold-Born protocol, I say. He salutes with a tongue hanging out and zips off. I sigh and look at my massage chair. The Gold-Born protocols where we gather up all the profits we've earned and send them to a different account. Next, if we have personal assets, we'd liquidate it all and send it all to different accounts. There's likely 50 other things going on that I can't remember, but I'm sure Bones will take care of it. If I remember correctly, Cadence is coming back within the hour, so we need to skedaddle out. I sit up and look around. Everything here is what it was when I started. I turn the chair off and get up. I leave the massage chair behind and give a small smile. Now that I've had my fun poking at Celestia, I need to gather up our resources and get the fuck out of Dodge. Various laws I put into motion should be halting now, as they're supposed to. Various taxes have been taken and accounted for, and divided unequally by giving the Empire about 20% and 80% to myself, which I will give back to the Empire to account for taxes of my own. If this sounds convoluted, just imagine a whole web around a strand of rope. It's made for people to get stuck on as they climb up or down. I am simply not maintaining this web, since it was temporary to begin with. No trouble, no one's caught up anymore, and I pay for what little trouble comes out in the end. Business practices. I give a laugh as I walk out. Now it's just a matter of setting up shop in a new residence. Although I've accomplished my goal, it doesn't really satisfy me like last time. Last time I had Equestria duct taped to a fan blade, laughing maniacally as they spun around without any ability to help themselves. This time it was a fluke. I mean, more than anything else, I may be a businessman doing business, but I want a little bit of fun from it. I had 20 different plans for the Empire, and none of them were executed. It's like planning to make your own cake, but your dumbass friends buy one for you instead. Sure, it's cake, and I'm not supposed to make it to begin with, but I wanted to do my way. I slowly frown as I pass many ponies in the streets, who cower and shy away from me. What will I do next, then? I can't take over the Empire, since I've technically already done so. I can't go back to Equestria because they know my tricks. Wait. I stop as I think deeply. What about those Griffins? Griffin Stone's pretty big. They're more aggressive too, more challenging. They might not be as smart as the ponies, but I was able to win because of the ponies' instinctual patterns of prey. How would predators fare? I haven't thought. Sir! Bones yells, grabbing my attention. I turn to him and give him a thumbs up. We are all ready to go, sir. Just say the word and point the train. I nod. Good. Do we have a new base yet? I ask. He shrugs. Kinda. Yes, kinda no. We have a base, but it's in Griffin Stone. I tilt my head. Odd coincidence. What's bad about Griffin Stone? I asks. You know how we're dogs. He asks, I frown. It's not because they're part lion, is it? I could have sworn the cat and dog thing wasn't true. I say. Of course it's not. It's just... they're part birds. He says. I raise an eyebrow. And that's a problem because... Because some of us are hunter dogs. I don't know if I'd be able to get some of them under control. He says, and I sigh. Just carry a water spray. That'll teach them. I say. If you say so, Bone says. With that, we head off towards the train station. I smile as I think of Griffin Stone and wonder what kind of challenge it'll bring. Finally back from my little vacation I had after that 1500 video. But it's nice to be back. I always enjoy this series, and well, it's a great series to come back on because it's not super taxing on my voice, which for some reason decided it was going to have problems. I apologize if the voices don't seem as good today. I did my best with what I have. I'm sorry if it didn't really live up to the previous ones. But that aside, however, I would like to thank my far too generous Patreons. Thank you, Squall, Windfeather, Rainflicker, Starlight Blaze, Hyperling, Redeemer of Dark, Dreamless Portal, and the 8th Day of Night. My tier 2s, Sword Brother and Mordred, Danish Dash, 9 Game, DJMX 2000, Endless, Solus, RD, Bryant, Captain Blueshadow, Nocturne, HK4, AK Texture, The Animated Ghost, Can Panzer, and a new one, Papa Lennon. Thank you so much, Lennon. I appreciate it, brother. My favorite dictator on my server, and I love you. And of course, my Titan tiers, Dark Guardian, Maverick, and Silent Titan. I appreciate all your guys' support so much, and it means a ton to me. That aside, however, this has been Firehearth. Have a wonderful day.